given as a wide.
Let's look at the replay. Ball down the leg side. I think it's going down the leg side. The two most experienced umpires of Nepal, Buddhibhadur Pradhan and Durganath Subedi, are the in-field umpire.
Big wide this one, and Rohit Powdell says quite fancy the strike and a bit more of that. That's gone significantly from the hand. Probably looking to go tight to leg stump. It's closer to the guideline on the leg side. Free runs that the Nepal fans love.
Yes, that was a very wide. The ball didn't control. The square leg umpire is Buddhibhadur Pradhan, and the umpire in front is Durganath Subedi, the most experienced umpires of Nepal. TV umpire Vinay Kumar Jha from Nepal. Reserve umpire Akbar Ali.
Fantastic all through the primary umpires from Nepal for this home series in essence. Whipped away, but there is protection out there, so it'll just be a single. And the critical final over the power play goes for 14. Nepal just starting to grow their first innings. It's 34 for 2.
सबैले लाइक सब्सक्राइब गरिदेऊ न यसै लाइक सब्सक्राइब गरिदेऊ
First innings, remember if you're just well, but critically big thanks to today's match. They're actually the facts and information, it was such a prodigious strike rate. Just one bounce and it flies for 4. Prodigious strike rate, and he can get it up over 150, 160. He'll be looking to take on the left arm spin, the ball turning into him. And he loves sitting down the ground. Just one bounce and it flies for 4. It's the return, the rebirth here of Kushal Malla. He's into double figures.
That was hit very hard by Kushal Malla, straight down the ground. A bit in.
Pumped down the ground again, but long off reads it nicely. Kushal Malla back into the side. Change of bowling. We'll see Obed McCoy come in. That's the batters that we see to come. Probably Sundeep Jura in next, but again, it may depend upon whether it's the right-hander or the left-hander that falls, because Gulshan Jha, well, continues to astound, doesn't he? Such a quality player in so many ways. Probably bowling a little bit less than you would have thought. Speaking of legends, Binod Das in the top right of your frame, the former national team captain, now the cricket manager of the Cricket Association of Nepal. I think he certainly hasn't been getting much sleep the last few weeks as well. A Trojan effort from everyone involved. So one left arm seamer will replace the other. Plenty of quality in this West Indies side, despite some of the big names. We've seen Obed McCoy. Some of his slower balls and variations will be difficult for Nepal to play. They've recovered from losing the two openers. How do you assess their position right now?
I think it's a decent position for Nepal. These two guys slowly. McCoy has played more than 40 T20 internationals for West Indies.
It's the outside edge, maybe just rushes Powdell a touch for pace. You think about the start of the series, all of the nerves, you could almost feel it, couldn't you? Not just from the players, but the fans checking their vision. Is this real? Is this a fever dream here in Sharjah? So, having lost the openers, having got themselves into a tricky position, there's a good partnership just building up here. It's worth 30 off 27, but now they've got to start assessing in these middle overs as to where they can get to with 5 to go to drive home a 150, 160 plus score. The reality is that they're going to need that kind of a total, aren't they, to have a realistic chance of opening the series with a win.
They need at least above 140 to have a chance to go at West Indies, because they are very power hitters. They are known for power hitting. That is what Rohit Paudel mentioned in one of his interviews about West Indies.
The average first inning score here actually up over 170, but the good trend for Nepal this year, there's been a lot of T20s here, the likes of the Asia Cup. We also saw a really good series for UAE taking on Afghanistan, Pakistan here. Good trend is of the 10 games played this year, 8 of them have been won by the side batting first, but average first innings total up over 170, 175, so they've got to get into some kind of a position to launch in the last 5. We know the power they possess. Gulshan Jah can clear the ropes, Dipender Singh Airi can clear the ropes, one of only 5 international cricketers to hit 6 sixes in an over. Even Nandan Yadav, all the way down at number 7, certainly very capable, and God knows where Karen KC is going to come in, the folk hero himself. Those who watch the scenes in Scotland won't forget his potential with the bats.
I think the ball bounced a bit low, got the toe end of the bat. Kushal Malla tried to play that down to extra cover. Nepal's squad, Sundeep Zora the batter, Kushal Patel, Arif Sheikh is also a very good batsman in good form as well. Lokesh Bum, Asif Sheikh, he's already out. Rohit Paudel, Mohammad Adil Alam, he's making his comeback in the series. Dipender Singh Airi, the fastest T20I 50 for him.
It's a slower ball. I think it was picked in fairness to Malla, but McCoy outstretches a right arm. You look at the kind of depth and the strength of that Nepal squad, there's no doubt that there's plenty of all-round options. Good stop this one from McCoy. You think about the number of skills they have, there's probably 7, 8, 9 bowlers in each 11 that they field, because particularly the growth of Kushal Patel's bowling with his leg spin, and with no Lamachani in the 11 today, he'll have to fulfill that wrist spin role. Rohit Paudel is capable if there's left-handers in there with his off breaks. It's a good over, great start from Obed McCoy, just the one run off the bat in the over. It's 43 for 2.
Right down now.
हामी हौ केआईसी अपलोड स्टडी तथा टेस्ट प्रिपरेसन को लागि एउटा विश्वसनीय नाम। अस्ट्रेलिया, यूके, यूएस, क्यानाडा, न्यूजील्यान्ड कहाँ पढ्न जान चाहनुहुन्छ तपाई? आउने हैन त केआईसी।
43 for 2. West Indies won the toss, elected to bowl first. Rohit Paudel 18, Kushal Malla on 12. Question asked. I wonder if the helmet was impacted there by that.
How far did appeal, you'll have to say? Easy decision there, Pradhan. Some rebuilding here for Nepal, 32 of 33. They lost both their openers. Captain Malla, Kushal Malla will have to steer this innings forward. Oh boy. Wide called. Plenty of wides already.
A couple of balls ago, the reason why I asked if the helmet was impacted, because it ricocheted up into the helmet grill. I thought I was seeing things or hearing things. He loves taking on this left arm spin, Kushal Malla. That is a 6 of some proportions.
If you've known Kushal Malla and his batting, his intent, this is not something that you don't see often. He loves hitting this shot on one knee, swings his bat real hard, and the ball gets deposited out of the ground.
Hitting with anticipated spin. I don't think that's because of the ricochet into the helmet, waiting for the ball to be returned. And Fabian Allen did play against Nepal last year for that West Indies 18 tour. So they're not unfamiliar with him, one of several players.
Beautiful. Lovely shot. Swing of the bat. It's a great sign for Nepal as well to see Kushal Malla back in form, especially in this format of the game. Very handy.
I suppose the question now, Sachin, is for Fabian Allen. What is the weaker area that I can explore? Do I take him wider off stump? Do I come into his feet? His leg side boundary is the shorter of the two square boundaries. Not big by any standards here anyway.
Bit of length, I think, and what Kushal Malla absolutely loves is some bit of air. So if you're bowling full to him, you'll have to be very careful. Quicker one would be a better option if you're looking to survive against Kushal Malla.
Stay behind here. Fix your arm, shove it, bro. Left shove, left middle. Middle.
It's a great over already for Nepal. Wait, Paul wanted to go inside out. Didn't connect this time. And Rishi, I remember your piece of commentary about the crowd, Nepalese fans in Dallas. And you mentioned that it was one of the highlights of that World Cup in 2024. So you can see the crowd here as well in Sharjah, away from home. So what are your first thoughts of Nepal cricket and the state we are at this point of time?
Well, very excited about it actually. The passion of the fans that we've seen it domestically when you've played at home as well over social media. So the love for the game is there, and that augurs well for the future. It's a beautiful country. They must visit one day. He's mishit it. There's a young man called Navin Desi who at some point will come into the attack, the wrist spinner. For now though, 9 overs are completed, 55 for 2.
Change, fast bowler. Open.
यो डाक्टर नवीन को सधैँ नयाँ चम्केदार देखिनेका जसको सबै छिमेकीले गुनासो मात्रै गर्छ कसैको नयाँ घर हेरेर घाँटी पाङ्गिएको गुनासो सबै हैरान आए लिएर गुनासोको चाम छोरा जन्मिँदा घरमा एशियन पेन्ट्स अल्टिमा प्रोटेक्ट शाइन लगाएको त्यति नै हो यसमा भएको युभी हाइब्रिड टेक्नोलोजीले घाम पानी धुलोबाट दिन्छ वर्षौं वर्ष सुरक्षा घर रहन्छ सधैँ शाइनदार वर्षौं वर्ष
Introducing Devil's Hot Chicken Noodles.
They've got hard length and well played. So the other thing I like about this Nepalese team is they hit the ball and they're always looking for a single, looking to rotate strike. That comes with risk sometimes, but that's a good characteristic to have, and no doubt Stuart Law, who has coached the West Indies between 2017 and 2018, with no Jason Holder, for example, very well. Not too sure how many others.
No run this time. Absolutely, the boys, they practice real hard. They're very sedulous with their work ethic, and they've surprised a number of international teams with their running between the wickets. Dipender Singh Ari yet to come is very swift as well. They surprised even the great Virat Kohli when Nepal played against India in the Asia Cup in 2023. This time it'll only be a single.
I think it's a part of the game the West Indies themselves are looking to improve on, because we've got a lot of power hitters in the Caribbean. Not all, but a lot. Sometimes the rotation of strike has been challenging when the boundaries don't flow. So to be able to marry that into a power hitting game, which is essential in T20 cricket, is a good thing. Not only
विनय मेरो आईडी में हेर्दा अल देखिएको नि लाइभ अहिले त देखिन क्या
an easy thing.
That ability actually helps Nepal in situations like this. The partnership 46 or 42, they have in odd boundaries. With singles and doubles, they love converting singles into doubles, the Nepalese batters.
मान्छे कति हेर्न लाहन
On the onside, they're looking for the second run. They'll come back for the second run. They have in fact taken the third run. Great awareness. The fielder didn't give his 100% though, but that has been the attitude, as Ian mentioned. They're always looking to convert singles into doubles, and this time they've stolen the third run.
Lapse in concentration, and that's being kind to Casey Carty. He overran the ball, and you can see Obed McCoy's reaction. He made no effort, Casey Carty, after missing it here, to go back and retrieve it. And absolutely right that the batters spotted the opportunity, and I know a number of teams who would not have stolen a third there. 50 partnership comes up from 44 deliveries.
So overs like this, you see, there are no boundaries yet. They've already collected 7 runs. So Nepal slowly rebuilding. The question is, can they get to a score somewhere around 150, above that, and give themselves a real chance?
Has he hit it well enough? Holder, just a spectator. Another strike from Kushal Malla over the ropes.
Kushal Malla absolutely living up to his expectation. He's out of the team for a while. His confidence was down, but he has come back really well, and 30 of 18, he still has a long way to go. But shots like these will give you so much of confidence.
It's a lovely way to throw to a pause in the action for Nepal. Lovely partnership, and it is time to have that pause in play with the drinks break.
Delicious.
Hotel at your fingertips. देशभरिका विभिन्न होटलहरू बुक गर्नुहोस् एक क्लिकमा। अब होटल बुकिङ पनि यी सेवाबाटै।
Get the best value American degree in Nepal. How do you say? When we got the best of everything, all at the best value. Introducing Devil's Hot Chicken Noodles. Nepal's hottest bite. It's devilicious.
Hotel at your fingertips. त्यसभरिका विभिन्न होटलहरू बुक गर्नुहोस् एकै क्लिकमा। अब होटल बुकिङबाटै
Get the best value American degree in Nepal. How do you say? Well, we got the best of everything, all at the best value.
These are 2 wickets. First to go, Kushal Bhurtel. Pretty made it in. He was frustrated because that's not the kind of start he usually gets. He was struggling, and this was again Asif Sheikh, the second of the opener to be dismissed. Kisikati eventually held on to it. Now the partnership is already built, 56 of 45. Well, certainly would want to go north of 140 at least.
Change in bowling. With the wrist spinner Navin Badesi into the attack, young man from Trinidad. Really came to the limelight during the West Indies Breakout League in the Caribbean earlier this year. And that's exactly what Pardell is integrating there. He bowled a lot of deliveries out of the front of the hand that just slides on to you. A little googly that works for him sometimes, and wicket-to-wicket option. So with Mala striking the ball on the onside so well, and the leg side is a shorter boundary, slightly shorter.
Shorter one again. Slided. Skidded. It'll be interesting to see if Navin will have the guts, if he shows the guts to go full and give some air to Kushal Malla, because he's vulnerable with that shot as well. This has been a bit of a concern for the West Indies bowling department. Too many extras already. Fielder. This partnership now 58, but these batters will have to now think, talk, what is the exact time that will go full Monty. Gone for one. Has he connected it well enough? No. A very good catch. Come on! And the bowling change actually works. Wicket in the very first over for Naveen. And Kushal Malla's good start has not been converted.
It's a good catch from Jason Holt, a big man, a tall man. He got down very well. And the first international wicket for Navin Badesi. His year just continues to get better and better. One of the breakout players of the CPL tournament as well as the Breakout League. And Northeast Trinidad, his parents will be celebrating with him. A much needed breakthrough. Malla, Kushal Malla goes for 30. It is now 70 for 3.
हरेक उत्सवलाई महोत्सव बनाउँदै लभी हस्पिटालिटी ग्रुप
Right now, over. Spin boys, spin boys. Another one in up, get another one in up.
Gulshan Jah. He's following his career so far. Gulshan Jah is versatile cricketer. One point I thought his bowling might have superseded his batting, but under previous coach Monty Desai was given opportunity to bat up the order, and sometimes effectively.
This is how Kushal Malla was dismissed. Was in the slot as well. converted into a big strike that time, Kushal Malla. And Gulshan, yes, he's been a superstar. He's taken Nepal to victory from very unlikely situations in the past. 11 gone, 71 for 3.
होटल at your fingertips. देशभरिका विभिन्न होटलहरू बुक गर्नुहोस् एकै क्लिकमा। अब होटल बुकिङ पनि यी सेवाबाटै।
Wicket for Hussein Holder and Navin Bidesi. Ramon Simmons is back, the young Barbadian. Carlos Brathwaite, as we mentioned before, gave him his cap, and left-handed seamer was indifferent in his first over. He holds former West Indies quick bowler Kemar Roach in high esteem, actually, as a hero of his. Kemar Roach, obviously right-handed seamer, and we've told the story in the Caribbean many times that Ramon's actually at a very young age, 8 or 9 years old, started bowling right-handed only because Kemar Roach was his hero. He idolized him, and then I think it was his granddad who said, "Yo, you're left-handed. Put the ball in your left hand and run in and bowl." Lovely young man who bowled with great control in the just concluded CPL in the Caribbean.
Inside is this time. There is protection. Rohit Paudel will have to play a very sensible innings here. He's got this start again, 26 of 30. It has been a cautious innings by Nepal skipper. At what point of time will Nepal press on the accelerator? That's the question. They lost 2 wickets very early in the innings. Then a partnership. Now Gulshan has come in, a left-hander replacing the other.
A good example of taking the single and putting the pressure on the field and getting 2 in the end. That's exemplary running so far.
And the awareness of the boys, always looking forward to convert singles into doubles. Again, not the best of fielding pieces you'll see, but the alertness was there, and they stole the second run. Release of some pressure for Nepal.
He's got a nice little slow ball, and he's bowled well across phases, Ramon Simmons. So this is another sort of growth experience for him, coming up to this level for the first time. Man, a deep fine leg, very fine since Paudel played that little ramp shot down there early in the innings. Struck it well enough, it's the shorter of the 2 square boundaries. Just 61 meters, but a good strike from Paudel.
This was on the cards. This was certainly on the cards. A shorter one to Rohit Paudel. Pulled it well enough on the middle of the bat. And 65 meter 6. Very well struck by Nepal captain.
I love his composure, Rohit Paudel, always have. because he's been captain since, what, 2022? And he still has much to do. 82 for 3.
यो डाक्टर नवीन को सधैँ नयाँ चमकदार देखिने का जसको सबै छिमेकीले गुनासो मात्रै गर्छ कसैको नयाँ घर हेरेर घाँटी पाकिएको गुनासो सबै हैरान आए लिएर गुनासोको चा
छोरा जन्मिँदा घरमा एसियन पेन्ट्स अल्टिमा प्रोटेक्ट शाइन लगाएको त्यति नै हो।
यसमा भएको युभी हाइब्रिड टेक्नोलोजीले घाम पानी धुलोबाट दिन्छ वर्षौं वर्ष सुरक्षा घर रहन्छ सधैँ शाइनदार घर वर्षौं वर्ष।
Up the order, one left-hander replacing the other. There's no doubt a platform here for Nepal to build from. Going along at just a fraction shy of 7 runs per over. They want to build upon that, and that man on your screen is the key. The skipper, Rohit Paudel. And that's why he manipulates the ball into vacant areas so well. That'll be 4. I've got a man joining me in the commentary box who manipulated the ball to all parts himself. Shard Vasaker, good evening to you, my friend.
Good evening, Andrew. A good shot there behind square by Rohit. Yeah, was drifted down the leg and helped it on its way. Using the pace and over the short fine fielder, 4-4.
To go the other way. Really high quality batting, and what's even better is the running between the wickets. It's a real trademark of the way in which Nepal play their cricket. Their speed, their dexterity, their athleticism. And Paudel and Irie are probably the quickest two in the entire team.
Absolutely. Nice reverse paddle. Good running between the wicket. Already ready for the 3rd run there, Rohit.
We already saw that once, didn't we? And I think the West Indies are maybe a little shell-shocked by just how quick they are between the wickets. We saw Stuart Law talk in a feature piece with Paul Radley of the National in the build-up to this series about how he wants his side to play their own brand of T20 cricket, not necessarily look to hit big sixes altogether too often, but run well between the wickets, manipulate the ball into the gaps. And look for the occasional big one, but this time he's holed out. And it's 2 for the debutant. We saw Holder roar when he took the first catch, but that's a big, big moment as the captain falls.
You went for the big heave. Went for the longer side, Rohit. Could time it well enough. Was building on well. See there, a length ball tried to go over mid-wicket.
I think it's Akeem August who's taken the catch, so the debutants are combining, and the future looking bright for the West Indies. Paudel's gone for 38, 89 for 4.
हरेक उत्सवलाई महोत्सव बनाउँदै लभी हस्पिटालिटी ग्रुप।
Good balls, boy. Keep pitching, brother. Keep pitching, brother.
Captain replaced by the vice captain. In comes Dipender Singh Uri. He's played more T20 internationals than any other Nepal player. He's very nearly been cleaned up first ball. And the keeper, Jangu, feels as though he might still be dismissed. Swift piece of glove work as Irie kept his foot in place.
Would be a very interesting replay. It's the first ball Dipender faced.
I think it might have been the googly we heard Ian Bishop talk about. He's not necessarily a huge turner of the ball, but he does have that variety. It's a modern way, isn't it, for a wrist spinner? They grow up in this diet of T20 cricket, probably not trying to turn too many. Big aggressive stroke, wasn't it, from Irie from his very first delivery? Has he been able to get that foot back? Yeah, it looks like he's comfortably back. Might just check the front foot as well, of course.
Seems to be safe.
My big question to you, Sharad, is there a single West Indian fan in this ground outside of maybe our two co-commentators? It's a sea of blue and red.
Absolutely. Haven't seen one yet.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. We'll always just check the front foot and indeed the method of appeal for the dismissal as well. I think safely home, and I suspect that's what our third umpire, Vinay Kumar Jha, will say in a moment's time. Sharad, this is a huge series, isn't it? Can you get across the anticipation back home in Nepal?
Absolutely, no doubt. I mean, like, everyone would be watching this game. It's a weekend, Saturday, a holiday, so everyone would be glued in their TV screens, their mobiles and their laptops. See there, Dipendra getting the foot back, right back behind that line, and not out is given.
Yeah, the correct decision, no doubt about that. And good use of the technology as well. Happy faces up in the crowd. Oh, there's a West Indian fan. We've spotted one in the bottom left. And
Good eyesight, Andrew.
He's got the top on too. It's like that Where's Waldo game, isn't it? There's one. There is just one.
Introducing Devil's Hot Chicken Noodles. Nepal's hottest bite. It's devilicious.
To Nepal, whether they're overseas or whether, like me, has been somewhat adopted, there are hopes of better times ahead, Sharad.
Absolutely. Things are getting back to normal, and it's Dosai time now. It's festival time for Nepal, and you can see it in the crowd as well.
Not quite the big day yet, is it? The big day, I think, is next week for Tika.
Yeah, it's coming up very soon. That's the main day, Dosera time.
Now Jha tries to go downtown. He's got a good piece of this. It just keeps going and going and gone. I think long on thought for all money it was coming straight to him, Obed McCoy, but the power, the strength of Gulshan Jha muscles it for six.
The long levers coming in handy again. Gulshan Jha swings it hard. Those long levers went really high. Just over the ropes.
Sharad, that ball must have gone as high as it went long. It must have gone 80 metres long and 90 metres high. What a strike, audacious from Gulshan Jha.
Gave it a full swing, didn't he? Nearly on that lights level. That's his go-to shot over long on and mid-wicket. Connects it well.
Now's the time for Dipender Singh Irie to compliment Gulshan Jha. Doesn't need to look for the big shots, but needs to rotate the strike, get the ones and twos that he does well.
Yeah, a single after that big shot. Now Dipender on strike. Doesn't have much time either. Still yet to get off the mark. Key player in this side.
Now, big appeal. It's a stifled appeal, almost a delayed one. And it's coming from Jangu rather than the captain. On his captaincy debut, Akil Hussain. Keeper was convinced, everyone else uninterested.
Was sort of a half-hearted appeal there.
I just wonder, as Dipender Singh Irie got away with one there, would have been a fourth ball duck. He's off the mark now. Certainly Django was convinced.
They looked close, coming wide of the crease, angled it in, just holding the line, and there was a deflection, but very hard to say from up here.
Just wonder if he might have hit his pad. Cut away, well in front to square. Should be plenty of time for two. In fact, Dipender Singh Airi, well, it's almost a walk or a canter or a trot for him. He's that quick. 14 bowled, 99 for 4.
Introducing Devil's Hot Chicken Noodles. Nepal's hottest bite. It's devilicious.
Georgia, the shades of Kathmandu or Lalitpur, right here in one of the 7 Emirates. Great atmosphere building up. I've seen the young leg spinners start really, really well in international cricket. Nepal have had their problems against wrist spin in particular.
That's right. Playing spinners has been their strength in the past, but recent times, you can see they're giving some wickets away to the spinners as well. And there it goes through the gate, just missing the stumps.
Well, this is a beauty, and this is a very special piece of bowling. It has done everything but bowl him. It has only missed for one reason, Sharad, and that's height. He's quite a tall young man. It's that extra bit of bounce. And I don't think it's been picked. It's a very good googly.
Absolutely, he didn't pick that one. Was trying to force it through the offside against the spin. Was really surprised there. How did it miss the stumps?
It's such a good googly because you will tend to think as a batter you're told by your coach to watch for the palm of the hand or the ball coming from the back of the hand. But have a look at this here. Very hard to pick. It all comes in a flash.
Yeah, he has a very quick arm action. Naveen. Just when top of the off stump.
That wide has brought the 100 up. That's why there was ripples of cheers. There is always here at Sharjah the opportunity to go large in the slog overs, the final 5, if you will, Sharad. They have need plenty more than they have. And Irie has those fast hands, and they're fast enough to get 6. Didn't clear deep backward square by much, but it cleared him by enough. A first maximum for the vice captain.
How did he connect that? It was just a merry flick behind square. Timed it well enough. Just evading that high jump of McCoy.
It's the second time McCoy's been in the deep and cannot believe the catch hasn't gone to hand. That one that Gulshan Jah got down over long on, and now the one deep backward square. It's that little kind of almost in-swingery bowls. I never bowled that one, Sharon, I promise.
Yeah, looks to give some pace on the ball. Was it very flat? Dipender enjoying that square region.
These two met in the Cricket World Cup qualifier 2 years ago. I remember after that game vividly, the West Indies sides giving lots of advice back. Then we saw the West Indies tour. Raymond Simmons, of course, playing in the Nepal Premier League for the Lumbini Lions. I don't think his captain, Rohit Paudel, will have minded hitting him for 6. The Lions skipper. Great relationship is built up between these two countries. As that closes out Badesi's 3rd, it's 108 for 4. We also saw a lovely moment with Brian Lara coming to Nepal and also posting a message of support for this series.
Absolutely, the legend himself coming over to Nepal, and things were built on from there. And this has
Indulge this festive season with Sunfeast Dark Fantasy. Grab it before it's gone.
Nepal all the way down in 18th, so a 12-spot gap between these two sides. And that'll just give you a little semblance of the picture of the scale of the challenge for Nepal throughout this inaugural Unity Cup as Jason Holder returns to the attack.
Fighting that behind point for a run. Still taking his time, Deependra.
This is a table that Stuart Law will be aspiring to get up and kind of maybe not just into the top 15, maybe the top 10 in times ahead, particularly if they can get more games against the full members.
Absolutely, and they need a win or two to get up, to climb up that ladder. This is a good opportunity today, the first game of the series.
There'll be so many eyes on Muscat in just 2 weeks' time. They're from it's October 8th through to 17th. 9 teams playing out for the 3 final T20 World Cup spots. As this one beats the outside edge. The Africa qualifiers ongoing right now. Zimbabwe and Namibia have had a really hot start. Don't rule out Nigeria, of course, as well. They had a big win on the opening day too. But you just get a sense that there's a growing belief in this young Nepal side. Back-to-back World Cups would be a big achievement.
Absolutely. Everyone back home would love to get qualified, Nepal qualified. There are good preparations in the last couple of months too.
That's the platform we were talking about, that they've got to think about 10 runs and over here in these last 5. It's got to drive up towards that 160 marker to have a realistic chance of defending, you'd say, Sharad.
Absolutely. It has to be above 50 at least, and they have some batting left in the bench. Sandeep Jora, the informed Sandeep Jora, who played very well again for Nepal A, and also Karan Casey.
I suppose one of the fascinating things for me about watching Nepal's evolution over recent years, the Desire and now into the Lawyer. Holder nails that Yorker. Irie does well. He wants 2, Jazz says no. Is that flexibility that Nepal have always had. So many of their players can bat and bowl in multiple positions. It's almost impossible to guess who's going to be coming in next. Karen KC could even be sent in up the order.
Absolutely. Depends upon who the bowlers will be bowling next. And you could see there.
The real 2 bowlers alongside Budesi that Nepal have struggled with, Akil Hussain and Jason Holder, world class.
Absolutely, and the way he has pulled the length back, all experience coming into play and running the fingers over the ball as well in this wicket.
A great mix of the Yorkers and then the shorter deliveries. Long way to go to get up towards that 170 plus. Outstanding. This is really, really impressive from Jason Holder. Just couldn't lay a bat on that over, only 3 from it. It's 111 for 4.
Hotel at your fingertips. देशभरिका विभिन्न होटलहरू बुक गर्नुहोस् एकै क्लिकमा। अब होटल बुकिङ पनि ई-सेवाबाटै। Indulge this festive season with Sunfeast Dark Fantasy. Grab it before it's gone.
Navin Bidesi for his final over. He's bowled well actually for someone on international debut. He generally bowls a good length. And as we've stressed before, bowls a nice one out of the front of the hand. Again like that, and then a googly leg spinner. Doesn't turn a great deal. You Your thoughts, Carlos?
Yeah, it's been good to watch. Refreshing, actually. So many years now we've called for that wrist spin addition to West Indies, especially in white ball cricket. We know the ability to take wickets. He's also proved that he can be economical, only going for 20 and 4 balls to go in his spell. So
might be big enough from Gulshan Jah. He strikes a long ball.
this is quality. He rocked back. So many players would try to hit that through the leg side, but he slapped it straight. Always aim for that side screen, and that he did.
Toughed up Jason Holder has another over up his sleeve. Obed McCoy is another option, as well as Ramon Simmons to close out the back end of the innings. Yeah, one available for Holder. Simmons has a couple. Obed McCoy has a couple available. Another wide. He just tried to take him wide to stay away from that lovely bat swing of Gulshan Jah.
Yeah, and the 6 was also away from him, and he slapped it straight against going leg side. So he's realized he has to go a little bit further out the arc, but too far on that occasion.
Not hit that one well enough. Just Casey Carty, he makes simple things look difficult. And this is some debut in senior colours for Navin Bidesi. His 3rd wicket.
He's stuck to his guns, Bidesi. He's kept it wide. Slammed for 6 couple balls ago, but stuck to it and now rewarded. It was a very exciting reward on the end from Casey Carty. Should have been a regulation. But raise your hand in applause, young man. You've been excellent today on debut. Gulshan Jah was exciting while he lasted. 22 he got, 119 for 5 Nepal.
हरेक उत्सवलाई महोत्सव बनाउँदै लभी हस्पिटालिटी ग्रुप
One left. Right arm over. One more. Ball up. Still a long step, Navin.
Sandeep Johra is the new batter. Wide, another wide signal. That's the only little blemish on Bidesi tonight, but that's expected in his first senior game. What was the line of it? That's critical. He was going across him quite often, yes. And sticking, as Carlos said, to his strengths.
Yeah, it's been a good watch. I think West Indies have unearthed a leg spinner. It's a tick for the breakout league, where a leg spinner was forced to be a part of a team and bowl. And Bidesi is showing a kiss to the sky. Good start, young man. 17 overs gone, 121 for 5 Nepal.
Fair and Handsome, Baniko's a smart and handsome brightening cream and face wash. With nature and science, Natsai reduces dark spots, gives instant brighter look. Smart and handsome. हरेक दिन
handsome code
हामी हौ KIEC अपलोड स्टडी तथा टेस्ट प्रिपरेसन को लागि एउटा विश्वसनीय नाम अस्ट्रेलिया UK US क्यानाडा न्युजिल्यान्ड कहाँ पढ्न जान चाहनुहुन्छ तपाई आउने हैन त KIEC
Here in Sharjah, teams have gone at over 11 and over in this what we call death phase, over 16 to 20. Can Nepal do that? Obed McCoy is back. And for him, he was a leading wicket taker against Nepal last year when the West Indies A went to Nepal. But he's been plagued by injuries, Carlos, as you know, so sort of every outing is, can I set a standard, a mark to reintegrate myself with my slower balls and my wide deliveries at this stage? It looks like a little bit of pace off then.
Yeah, difficult to say in the middle of a T20 series, but I think first class cricket would help Obed McCoy so much. Just for the volume of deliveries, he'd have the ball at top pace, hitting a good line and length. We all know the value and the quality of his slow balls to deceive the best on his day. However, if you're up at 140 and close to 145, which he's been in the past, and then you go down to 110, it's such a more difficult proposition than hovering around 129, 131, and then going down to 110, something he struggled with when he hasn't bowled a lot.
It's very good in terms of length, and it looked to nip back. Uncomfortable. Yeah, very, very good delivery.
Yeah, and he has so many tricks up his sleeve, Obed. He can swing the ball back, he can seam the ball back like he did just now. And he has the slow ball when he goes off break, going away from the right hand, and he has the back of the hand slow ball, just to put it together consistently.
Sitting for that Yorker veer. Just saw that graphic on the bottom left of our screen. Sterling work done by our statistician, recording the death overs average run rate this year here. Of course, it doesn't stand true that it'll happen every time. Different teams. And this is an authentic West Indies team, but bereft of a number of their first choice players. But Nepal, for all intents and purposes, are playing against the West Indies. And so any sort of victory they can gather against this team, history will show it as the West Indies. And similarly, what's the goal for Ogis and the many new faces in this West Indies team? Totem pole. Is it looking towards the World Cup and then winning, or vice versa?
I think it's winning first. I think West Indies needs to breed a culture, a new culture of winning. Every time you step on the park in maroon, you win.
Not it well enough. Oh yes, it's parried over. I think it might be Jewel Andrew. Young Antiguan will be very disappointed not to hold on to that, but Nepal supporters are jumping.
Obed McCoy thought he had a wicket. I think slightly misjudged.